Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm back with another Project Mugetsu video, and today I'll be ranking all of the Shikais. So as you all may know, Project Mugetsu is a brand new Roblox game about Bleach, and as you all know, in Bleach people have these powers called Shikais, and there are a bunch of Shikais in the game right now, like 6 or 7 or 5, and today I'll be ranking all of them, since there are a lot of Shikais and they all have unique abilities. So today I'll show you which one is the best Shikai and which one you should use. So let's get started. So first up, we have Tierlist. So in Tierlist, we actually have senbonzakura and ryujin jakka. So senbonzakura is actually Rukia Kuchiki's brother's sword. It's basically like a cherry blossom one. And the reason I ranked it this high is because it's actually really OP for PvE and is really good for grinding and PvP. And senbonzakura actually does a lot of high damage, and it actually has a ton of ranged attacks, and instead of troubling yourself with close combat encounters, you can always just use long range attacks, and you can just camp out and it's super OP. So next up we have ryujin jakka. So as you all know, ryujin jakka is actually the sword of the captain of all 13 squads in Bleach, like General Yamamoto, and he's basically a super OP character that is an absolute beast. And later on into the manga, you'll see that like his sword has like a bankai where it basically like burns everything, and this makes it super OP, and it's also one of the rarer ones. So basically this gives you like fire effects and like puts like flames on your sword, and you have like a bunch of like cool like flame effects and everything. But the unique thing about this is that it does insane amounts of damage and has burn damage. Like no other sword in the game has that, and just because of its high damage output and multiple like moves that are like optimal for PvE and PvP, I would have to put this at S tier. And this is because it's so good just for grinding, and its effects are really nice. So next up we have the A tier. So in A tier I only have one sword, and that sword is Maru. So Maru is actually a really OP sword. And the reason it's so good is that its abilities are really good for its rarity. So when compared to ryujin jakka and senbonzakura, Maru is way easier to get compared to those two. And it's also, I think it's like uncommon or rare, but it's super OP because it has ice powers, and this is basically Captain Toshiro's sword from Bleach. And as you all know, he has ice powers, and these basically do freeze attacks, and they make you freeze. So this is really OP for PvP or PvE. And also, these attacks are super instant and super fast, so you can actually spam them a lot during a battle. So that's why I would put it at tier A, because it's really good just for its rarity. Next up, we have tier B. So these are the worst swords, but when I say worst, I don't really mean worst. Like, they're good. It depends on who's using them. These are all like skill based anyway. But I would definitely say in tier B I have Kamishini and the Zangetsu. So Kamishini is Captain Jin's sword, and as you can know, it's actually like a sword that actually extends, and it's basically small, and like once you M1, then it basically extends and grows longer. And this is basically, it's a good sword, it's decent because you can actually use it for combo extenders, because you can actually use it long range. So if you're trying to farm or AFK farm or something, it's really nice to use the sword because you can just like click and just hit something like 25 meters away. And then next up we have Zangetsu. So Zangetsu is the main character, Ichigo Kurosaki's sword, and as we all know, Ichigo Kurosaki is OP. However, since it's the main character sword, they made it the most rare so everyone could get it, and it's kind of a mid sword because it's straight just like close up combat, just like do whatever with it, and like it's decently okay, but there are definitely better swords, and I would actually recommend using like Maru or senbonzakura instead of Zangetsu, because Zangetsu doesn't really have that many benefits, but I feel like its bankai will be really good. So once they add bankai, or they might have bankai already, like you just need to meditate a lot, but I feel like you shouldn't use it until then. And yeah, for Zangetsu, its Shikai is decently OP. Like its evolution level must be at least 0, and then you could just like start up swinging. It's just like a brute force attack. But yeah, so just to cover it up once again, we have ryujin jakka, the fire sword, and senbonzakura, cherry blossoms at the best. Then we have Maru. You could probably say Maru is almost as good as ryujin jakka and senbonzakura. And then we have Zangetsu and Kamishini at last. And yeah, that's all for today's video. If you guys want me to rank more stuff later on, just let me know what you want in the comments below. And yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.